With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Emmett. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
18. 79 Bronco. Hut, hut.
Now it's Smith running right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
They go play action here on first down. A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Head. Let's go. Let's go right here. 19 Lion. Go.
Manziel. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And Too Tall Jones. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end and have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to go up top again. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line.
Touchdown.
And all the way in for the touchdown. Harold Carmichael, 55 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Bengals nothing. Youngwei Koo is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. CeeDee Lamb to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
First down, Prescott. That goes out wide to Murray. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Second down and 6 now. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Prescott from the gun. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Visitors 7, Bengals nothing.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Roll, roll, roll.
Smith up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
18, Pioneer. Ready, hut.
Here's Manziel. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 16 yards. And
Panther
a
60,
first
Panther
down.
60. Warrior 70. Ready.
Now Manziel. Touchdown! Jake Ferguson. 23 yards for the touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
Got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands though.
Yeah.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Youngwei Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. There he goes, right side. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll give up the gut for Murray. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Prescott down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on 4th down. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Touchdown! Harold Carmichael. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Young Wei Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own 8-yard
The Bengals
line.
drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here now a 3rd and 20. Now Prescott. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon, as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Prescott to throw on 4th. He finds his target. It's Schultz. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
16-yard line.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Murray.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Here we go, 9-yard line.
Here's Prescott. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
Looking downfield for Jones.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. This taken in right around the goal line. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
Second down, Prescott. Steps away to his left. And that's complete to Sanders. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Prescott on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard
Prescott
line.
yet again. Throw left side, complete. That's Murray.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through.
Touchdown, Bengals!
Luke Schoonmaker.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Bengals 8.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First down and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Let's go now.
2nd and 6.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready, ready.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Hey, smash. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Emmett. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. And when you need the tough yards like they did there, it feels pretty good to turn around and hand it to Emmitt Smith.
Who always ran with supreme confidence. He didn't care if you knew the play call. He didn't care if you knew he was going to get it. In fact, I think he liked the challenge of you knowing that and him still picking up first downs and big yardage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Let's go. Ready.
Inside handoff, Smith.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Ball carrier brought down at the 35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Manziel. He finds Smith out of the backfield and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
It's a gain of 10. Results in a first down.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
19 Tiger. Go.
He'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Micah Parsons. Down the right sideline.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
What do you think? What do you think?
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
16.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
No gain on the play there, second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And that's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
19 tight, 19 tight. Hut, hut. Hut, hut.
On play action, they'll throw.
That is caught.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Smith as he'll try to run some clock. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Parsons.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
On first down, Murray. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They go with Murray again.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
That's good.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Up the middle, Murray. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
They'll come up now on second down.
Now a toss wide side. It's Murray. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
It's now 4th down and less than a yard.
Here it is, 4th and inches.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Inside of a minute to go now, 2 timeouts left, still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Kill.
To throw, Prescott.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Here's Dak.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
It's a keeper with Prescott. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
It's complete, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18. Check go.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10.
79 Bronco. On the ball, on the ball.
Back to throw. And this one complete to Smith. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
19 Lions. Go.
Back to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Coup for the extra point.
And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Visitors 28, Bengals 24. Youngwei Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
One last shot now for Prescott.
This ball intercepted.
Picked off by Akeem Talib. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Let's go now. No, no. Ha. Ready, ready.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for Charles Davis, the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Cincinnati, good night, everybody.